An ad that's even more atrocious is now airing in Houston. It's from a gun shop owner and radio talk show host. Does us proud.
I'm going to disagree with you. I think the other one's more atrocious, but I think it's close.
Well, you know what? I think you're right, actually. Except there's one thing on the website of Pruitt's, this guy named Jim Pruitt, who's the gun shop owner and the talk show.
Think he's a conservative?
Oh, that puts it over the top.
Yeah. All right.
First, the ad says that people in Houston should arm themselves against what he calls Katricians.
Yeah.
The victims of Katrina who've gone to New Orleans. Who've gone to Houston. They're thugs. That's another description in here somewhere.
59 of Houston's 262 homicides between January 1st and August 26th are suspected to be have been committed by Katrina evacuees.
No.
By Katricians.
No, they've either been committed or the victims are Katricians.
Evacuees are suspects or you're right, or victims in 59 of the 262. Well,
maybe it's all those people in Houston buying a gun and shooting people from Katrina, survivors.
Well, also Houston has seen an enormous increase in crime, far out of step with the rest of the country. The national crime rate in Houston around the country increased last year 2.3%.
That's the national average.
That's the national average. A big increase. And so in Houston, it increased 2.4%.
Ooh!
So you can see that the violent crime is sweeping Houston in a way that is just totally out of whack with the rest of the country.
So national average 2.3, Houston average 2.4. And that's the crime epidemic that Jim Pruitt's talking about?
Yeah.
And now, of course, all he wants to do is sell guns, right? At the very end of the interview...
I think shoot people.
And shoot people, exactly. With the Houston paper... says they ask him, hey, by the way, do you also sell guns to the evacuees? He was like, hell yeah, man, all the time. So, you think he's concerned about crime?
Oh, well, we got to tell people what he said.
No, all right, so I'm going to get to that now. So he's selling guns to both sides, and he's trying to froth everybody up into some sort of conflict so he sells more guns. And he says talking about this crime epidemic that he's invented, quote, it's a serious crime epidemic no matter what the mayor says, or, of course, no matter what the statistics indicate. And on his website, he adds, quote, be polite and courteous, but have a plan to kill everybody you meet.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And this guy, yeah, right. But this guy gets a pass. This guy's the patriotic American. He's owned Jim Pruitt's Guns and Ammos in Northwest Houston for 5 years. His whole reasoning is he said he saw a television commercial or a television story in Houston where a Katrina evacuee implied he would turn to crime if government assistance ran out. First of all, I don't trust that he has accurately relayed the ad. Secondly, it's one person, and the guy might have been like, hey, if I run out of money, I might have to steal food. So this guy was like, yeah, so arm up, because the Katricians are coming.
It's another excellent example of, conservative line of thinking. Be polite and courteous, but have a plan to kill everybody you meet.
So this guy has on his website, be polite and courteous, have a plan to kill everyone you meet, and some clown at some clown radio station in Houston, Texas thinks, talk show host. Why does he get to have a talk show? Why do crazy people get to have a talk show?
Well,
you know who had a plan to kill everyone? Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. Those kind of people have a plan to kill everybody. And I'll use Tony Snow's logic. This guy, Jim Pruitt, in the United States of America, saying you should have a plan to kill everyone. Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris in the U.S. had a plan to kill people. Obviously, they were working for Jim Pruitt.
And obviously, they were all working for George Bush, who's the leader of the United States of America.
Ridiculous.